YouTube fam, this is SJ here. Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to follow up with you all. After I had got my colonoscopy, everything worked out well. And one of the things that I did after that is I decided to have a nutritionist appointment set up. And the reason being is because by not intentionally trying, I went into ketosis, which was a good thing. You know, most people are trying to get into it. I went into it because I was having a procedure done. And I checked my stick, as you can see from the video, and yeah, I was in it. So I figured, well, this will be a good time to go ahead and start whatever's next. And so that's what I decided to do is, you know, you always go to your doctor and talk to them and say, hey, is it okay to do this? Well, not only is it okay, I decided that I would go ahead and check with the nutritionist. And so I do have permissions with the nutritionist to record this conversation. It is a personal conversation because I asked a lot of questions. But I wanted to share it with you guys, so in case you all are on the fence and deciding, do I want to go keto? Do I want to go full keto? You know, it's a lifestyle change, whatever you choose. So whatever it is, you want to be able to stick to it. My thoughts on dieting is that if I can't do it for life, then, you know, it's probably not a good thing to do. I just think that whatever you choose, if you fall off the plan for a day, it should never impact your entire life. One day you get back on. I think that's how anything should work. I could be wrong, but if one day hurts you, then you will be always, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I want this so bad. I don't want to be that way. All right, so check it out. This is my nutritionist and the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're not subscribing, subscribe. Thanks again. Bye-bye!
Keto.
Okay.
So keto to me is very effective, but it's very difficult to follow for a long period of time.
Okay.
So that's the issue with keto. You can do it, but how long can you do it?
Okay.
So it's not a lifestyle change. It's not a long-term plan. If you want to do keto for a couple months just to get yourself going, okay, I can live with that. But we can't expect keto to be your diet for the rest of your life. It's just too...
It's not a complete lifestyle change?
It's so restrictive that it's not great on your organs long term.
Oh, okay.
That's my concern with keto, is what damage are we doing to your liver and your kidneys?
Okay.
Because you know it's very high protein, very high fat, and very little carb, right?
Right.
So I've yet to meet anybody that can do it for longer than a couple of years.
Okay.
So again, if we want to do it here, I get you want to drop some weight quickly, right? You want to jumpstart yourself.
I'm not worried about it being quick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
But I joined a keto group, and I was kind of concerned.
Yeah.
Because I told them I was trying to learn how this works, and you know, you hear different opinions and stuff like that. If you have high cholesterol and you're doing keto, what effect does that have on the fat? Because you have to have so much fat.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things, two things happen. You're losing weight because even though you're eating all of this fat, you're losing weight. Typically, your cholesterol will go down. Mm-hmm. We've seen that in research from the Atkins diet back in the day.
Okay, so it is exactly like Atkins?
No, it's a little bit different, but it's very close.
Okay.
Very close. So Atkins, and keto both, you start out around 20 to 25 carbs, maybe as much as 30, depending on how your body responds to those carbs. And Atkins, you do that for a period of time, maybe a month, and then you work your way up slowly on the carbs. So you start out with 25, then maybe you go to 50 and stay there until you lose a certain amount of weight, and then you go to 75 or 100 and kind of stay there. Okay. Keto is 25 forever.
Okay, because that sounds, carbs is in everything.
In everything.
Including the meat.
Yes. You have to be careful on which types of meats you choose. Sure. Mostly meat is mostly fat and protein, of course, but you can get a carb from the meat if you're not careful. Yeah.
But you can get the fat from it too that you need for...
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you eat a very high fat, very high protein diet, and you have high cholesterol, but you lose weight from it, your cholesterol can go down.
Okay.
That was proven with Atkins. I haven't seen a study with keto particularly, but I think that would work.
Okay, I don't have high cholesterol, but I was just
you want to
asking,
make
is
sure.
that what's going to happen?
Yeah, and I think sometimes it is. Sometimes it does happen, but for the most part, that's not a huge deal.
Okay.
Also, they make an effort, of course, to eat good fat, right? Avocado and nuts and those kinds of things so that there's not a negative impact on your cholesterol.
Okay, so avocado's a good fat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's another example of a fat that's not good, that's okay for the keto?
Yeah. So when you're trying to figure out if a fat is good or not, think about where it's from. If it's from an animal source, that's usually a saturated fat that's not as good for your heart, where a plant fat is good for your heart.
Okay.
So animal fats are bad, plant fats are good.
So that would
avocado,
bad.
coconut,
okay.
Olives or nuts or those kinds of things. Those are all seeds. Those are very high in fat, but they're plant sources, so they're okay. Where butter and cheese and meat.
That's fat.
That's saturated fat.
Not the fat. But that's the fat I can still have for the diet, though.
You can have both.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why they want you to have more of the plant-based fat, so that it's not as negative impact on your heart.
Okay, because I hear them talk about how low the fat be, and you have to have your fat up in order to lose weight. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a little crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you suggest?
Well, tell me about, so we usually do a moderate carb diet. Okay. We don't do as low as keto, but we do like to do a low carb plan. Okay. We usually do 75 to 100 carbs is what we usually do. That's our standard diet. But we can do anything that we want to that fits your lifestyle. That's the thing that matters to me is whatever we decide, I want you to be able to do it. Because as you know, if you do a diet for 6 months and then you can't do it anymore, you just gain your weight back. Right. We're not trying to help you yo-yo diet here.
Right.
You've probably done that on your own just fine.
Yeah. I want to say, okay, this is what I like. How can we make it work for me? Mm-hmm. I don't eat a lot of breads anyway. Okay. So I'm okay with that. But there's every now and then I notice I do like croissants. Uh-huh. But I've also noticed that it creates an acid reflux right there. Yeah. And I'm like, how does this happen? Oh my God. Maybe because I gotten older, but I don't remember it happening when I was younger. So I will eat stuff like that every now. I don't eat it much now because I know I can.
It gives you trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the difference. Let's see. I do milk. Okay. Because I like cereals. Mm-hmm. I don't eat it often, but sometimes I do, and of course I grab me some Frosted Flakes. But now I actually have Raisin Bran. But I did get some Captain Crunch. Gotta be honest about it.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'll drink water. Okay. Sometimes every now and then, a couple of times maybe, I might grab a Starbucks something. Okay. I'm not a coffee fan, but I'm more of the sweet type. My issue is sweets. Okay. I can go drink a couple of bottles of water and stuff. I can go tonight without eating and it doesn't bother me. Mm-hmm. As soon as I get off, I work 10 hours. Sometimes I know the difference and I'm really hungry then.
Yeah, I bet.
But because I know eventually in a couple of hours more, I'm going to go to bed. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times I try not to eat.
So you just have one meal a day?
Yeah, sometimes. Which I'm seeing I don't know. I mean, I hear about intermittent fasting, and I'm like, that follows it, but at the same time, it's not doing nothing for me, so it can't be following it correctly. Mm-hmm. So, when I eat, I always have to have dessert.
Oh, okay.
Or something. Or, for some reason, I don't know if it's something normal or what, but I eat, and then I get a trigger. I need something sweet.
You need sweet, yeah.
Not candy. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Not candy. Yeah. Maybe. I'm not into candy. I'm more of I'll do an Oreo shake or. I don't know. I like lemon pie, maybe, or something. I don't always have it on hand, so I don't buy it regular. But when I do, it's the first thing I think of. So. But I have been known to make fruit smoothies too.
Cool. Love that. Okay. Now, if you have something when you get off of work, I know you said sometimes you don't, but
if I do, I'd probably grab some cereal.
Okay, so you have breakfast.
Yeah, sometimes. And then unless I feel like cooking dinner now, then I'll do that. Okay. That way I want to cook it later, and I'll take that for lunch.
Yeah.
And so I might wake up and not have anything and then have that with me to eat during the night.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You've worked nights a long time?
I have.
Yeah.
And and with that eating, I don't know. Sometimes I have a tendency of, I've tried doing 5 meals a day. I starve like crazy in between, even though I know I can go the whole night without eating and not starve. So I did the 3 hours or something, and I'd be starving when that 3rd hour comes.
So that really sped up your metabolism or something.
Is that what's happening?
Well, if you're not eating and you're not hungry, your body is shutting down your metabolism and it's kind of just fasting. But when you're eating all the time, you're hungry all the time, is what it sounds like.
Yes, that seemed like what it was happening.
So we got to find something in the middle.
Right.
Maybe eating all the time is not a good idea. We can't have you run around being starving because that doesn't, you don't make
good decisions. And it doesn't make any sense to me because I can go the whole night without eating.
I know. Bodies are funny.
Yeah.
They really are. Metabolisms are really funny. So we want to find a place between 1 meal and 6 meals. Because somewhere in there has got to be a sweet spot for you in terms of your metabolism.
Yeah.
So talking about fasting, intermittent fasting, is kind of the new thing on the block. Still learning about it in terms of like what's evidence-based and what's just on the internet. You know, that's the thing I'm always trying to figure out, and I don't have all the answers, but there are about 2 primary ways to do fasting, intermittent fasting. One is you eat during an 8-hour window and you fast for the remaining 16 hours of the day.
Which is kind of what I do when I don't eat sometimes.
Right, but you only eat once, and you need to eat regularly during that 8-hour window. See what I'm saying?
Oh, so it should be consistent eating or not? The way it's set up?
Yeah, you don't just eat once during your 8-hour window. You might eat twice or 3 times during your 8-hour window, and then you fast for 16. The other common intermittent fasting strategy is having 2 days a week of 500 calories, and then regular calories on the other days.
That sounds doable.
Yeah, I think you could do that one very easily. I mean, you're not a big eater. Anyway.
That's what makes me mad, because I'll buy some, let's say I buy some chicken or some that's prepared already. Yeah. I don't eat a lot of fast food. Good. But I'll get like maybe two chicken thighs, and that's good for me, which is, it's dumb. It's dumb. I can sit down and eat a meal, half of the meal, and I'll be full. But, it's dessert time. All of a sudden, I can pick that room for the dessert.
Oh, how frustrating. That's so frustrating. So your stomach's not very big. I mean, you can't eat very much.
My stomach is huge to me.
Well, it appears, but when you're trying to eat food, you can't eat that much at one time.
Yeah, I can't. Because I watch a lot of YouTube, and I see these people eating all this food. I'm like, this is not fair. Look how small they are, and I can't eat. Like, that's not fair. So.
Yeah. Your body's mad about something. It's like, I do not like this system.
Yeah.
Not cool. Do you drink anything else besides your water and your Starbucks?
Once in a while, I'll drink pop. Sometimes I get a taste for pop, so I'll drink a can. I'm not a popaholic.
Good.
Socially, I do drink.
Okay.
I can't name my drink of choice, but I guess wine would be more. I keep wine, so wine would be probably more accurate for me.
And is how frequent? Like every weekend or every night or once a month or once every, several months?
Once a week when I remember.
Okay.
Sometimes
so
I don't
not very
drink.
Much. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
But see, I got that Cooper's Hawk membership, and so sometimes my bottles will just stack up, and it's like, okay, I should drink some wine or do something with the membership, and I don't want to give up the membership for some reason.
No. If you're gonna have it, you might as well use it. Okay, right. So wine is your choice. Wine is a really good choice in terms of alcoholic drinks.
Yeah. Now I will drink Long Island tea, strawberry daiquiris, and stuff like that.
But
I'm usually out if I do that.
Sure. And then what about on your off days? Do you kind of go back to a day schedule on your off, or do you still try to keep your night hours?
Okay, so I'm Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights off. So that means I was supposed to sleep last night, but I kind of was up I went to sleep for a couple of hours around 9 o'clock at night, so my whole thing changed.
You're all messed up. Yeah.
The whole changed because I had a whole lot of stuff I wanted to get done
Sure.
when I got off. So I went to sleep for a couple of hours, and then I was up. And I was up. And then I was, I'm in bed though. And
Sure.
then I tried to go to sleep a couple more hours before I came here. And yeah, I'm up.
Okay.
But I will probably take a nap.
Well, you've got to. I can't imagine how you'd make it otherwise.
Yeah, I don't feel tired right now or anything.
Good. Yeah. Well, when you've done nights a long time, it's really hard to flip back to days on your off days, but it sounds like you try to a degree.
Yeah, sometimes I can sleep. Sometimes I can sleep.
Yeah, good. Okay. So, you like sugar. Long story short.
Yeah.
Really long story
I'm just
short.
picky on not eating candy.
Yeah, you like desserts, not necessarily candy.
Yeah.
And we need to figure out a plan to where you can eat more consistently. And then also, it sounds like maybe we should go for intermittent fasting and try 2 nights or 2 days or whatever of 500 calories.
Okay.
I have one lady that's done extremely well on that. She's been stuck for months, and that really helped her move things along.
Okay.
So if we want to do it, we can, but it's we got to do some calorie counting to figure out the 500 for the first couple times until you figure it out.
Okay.
Right? There's a couple ways to do it.
So hold on, you said 500 calories per meal or
per day. With the intermittent fasting, 5 days a week you eat regular, and then 2 days, not in a row, you eat 500 calories for that one whole day.
Okay.
We don't have to do that. Did I misunderstand
I was just thinking about that because everybody else is that how? I mean, because everybody sounds like they're doing it every day.
Yeah, and so then the other one is the 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2 days a week for the 500, or eating the 8-hour window, and then fasting the 16-hour window.
Okay, and 16 hours, of course, includes sleep too. So
yeah, absolutely. Are you more comfortable with that one?
I could probably get away with the 500 one during my work weeks.
I think so. You're just not a huge eater. It's just going to be on those 2 days. It's going to force you to not eat as much dessert.
Yeah, because I could probably say the last time I ate, and this is ridiculous, but I ate 4. I ate 2 regular ice cream sandwiches and 2 caramel ice cream sandwiches. Probably around 8 or 9 o'clock. Yeah. And I haven't ate since then at night. Yeah. So I'm not hungry right now, but I know I'm that type of person to know that eventually I've got to eat because I'm supposed to.
Yeah. Well, your food choices aren't necessarily always the best either. I mean, you know that. That's not a secret.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna run to McDonald's or anything like that because
I
don't.
You don't do fast food.
I don't really like fast food. Yeah. Sometimes I'll have it, but I don't like it.
Yeah. So okay. Well, let's go along with this. Let's try the 2 500s.
Okay.
And then if you hate it, we'll change it. No big thing. That's part of our flexibility here. Is if you try something and it does not work, we'll just try something else. It's okay. What we want to do is essentially find a program that you can stick with for a long time.
Okay.
I mean, for the rest of your life, or a version of it for the rest of your life. Yeah. Because obviously, again, if you do something for a short time and then quit, you just gain your weight back.
Will I be able to eat some sweets if I need to?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got to figure it out. Yeah.
I think it's like cutting stuff out. You have to cut it out.
Then you want it more.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's talk about how to do the 500, but then also I want to give you some guidance on the off days too.
Okay.
The way it's written is you supposedly can eat anything you want on your off days, but I want to make sure that you eat more than once on your 500 days because that's going to make a difference. Clearly, when you eat more often, your metabolism is faster. When you eat less often, your metabolism slows down. So like I said, we got to find a happy medium there to where your metabolism is moving, but you're not starving all the time. That's not good either.
Okay, sounds good.
So we're going to do 2 500-calorie fasting days per week. And you don't want to do them in a row.
Okay.
I mean, you probably could, but they say not to.
Okay.
So you work then Sunday
night, 10
Monday,
p.m. to 9 a.m.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Okay. So then maybe Sunday and Tuesday?
Okay.
Or something like that, or Monday and Wednesday, however you want to go about it. That's probably one of those 2 would be better.
Okay.
I assume at work you're busy.
Probably Monday, Wednesday.
Monday,
would be
Wednesday.
Good.
Okay. All right.
Just because Sunday's coming back to work. And I probably would have cooked something for the week.
Let me see if I can find my little handout. I ran out of label thingies. Let's see, is it
Sugar
here?
shockers. What are these? Drink water instead of sugary drinks. Oh.
Yeah, they're
how much
drinks that have
in
sugar.
them.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you ever go to Costco?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you know the salad that they have in the prepared section that has the little lines of like raisins, and then the egg, and then the tomato? Is that a bad salad? Because I'm looking at the. Let me do that.
Yeah,
I'm
tape
looking-
it. That's a great idea.
I'm looking at this, and that salad is huge. And I don't eat it all. I try to break it down into little things until I run out of dressing. But
So
what's
this salad here, this one, the bad one, the 945. Part of the reason that salad is so high is because they have a bunch of ranch. 4 ounces of ranch is like half a cup of ranch, and ranch is 170 for 2 tablespoons. So if
Okay.
you go up to half a cup of ranch, at least 500 of those 945 calories is ranch.
Okay.
So also remember, they made the salad as bad as they possibly could. So I mean, they put everything that's fatty on there: sunflower seeds, olives, bacon, cheese.
Yes, that's the kind of salad you want.
So if you ate this salad minus the ranch, it wouldn't be nearly as bad.
Right. Okay.
So what I usually tell people is, if you have some of these things that you like, maybe pick 2 or 3 of them. Don't pick all of them every time.
Bacon bits, olives.
Cheese. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. And then when you get tired of that, you change it up and throw some nuts in there or some croutons.
And this was way less calories.
Yeah. 1 ounce of light ranch. So they cut it down. They give you 1 serving of light ranch, which is only 70 calories.
Yeah, but it doesn't cover the salad.
No, it doesn't. But that's what we got to figure out. Again, the happy medium here.
Okay.
Half a cup of regular ranch to 1 ounce of light ranch is a huge change.
Okay, got it.
So pick a couple from here. Have all the veggies you want.
Look at the taco salad. I like that. I like taco salad.
Well, what's so bad about taco salad is the shell.
Right.
If you just have the meat and the veggies, the lettuce and the cheese and stuff, that's fine.
Let's put that on there too. Sugar shockers. Well, that's good to know. Energy drinks are not good. I mean, what gram sugar should you be at?
You're looking at, women are usually 30 to 35 per day.
So you shouldn't even be drinking none of these.
Right, 54
Milk
for
is
that is
bad.
more. Yeah, milk just has sugar in it. It's because, it's complete nutrition for baby cows, so it has carbs in it.
I do lattes and stuff. Hopefully you all got a lot of information out of there from my nutritionist that gave me some insight on things. I am going to be doing a lot of the intermittent fasting. However, I did say I would kind of incorporate the keto a little bit in there as well. I haven't been fully successful with the 500 calories because I'm not writing it down like I should, or putting it in my MyFitnessPal or anything. But I'm working on it. And that's the main thing, is to work on it. And try to think twice about what we put in our bodies, especially this processed food. So I'm just trying to be better than, what I was in the past, so that, I can try to help my body so as it gets older, stay out of trouble. Yeah. So hopefully you all got something out of it. This is your girl SJ here with Real Beauty, Real Food, and Real Life. Thank you all for coming back to the channel. And if you stayed to the end, I sure appreciate you very much. And please take time out and hit that like button.